As the Minnesota Vikings look to get out from underneath the Kirk Cousins contract and punt on good old number 8, it's looking more and more that a trade could be off the table, because who's going to trade for the contract? Probably not the Niners anymore, probably not the Jets, but Dallas Cowboys have entered the chat. What if Jerry Jones comes a knocking, or comes to Collins like, hey Vikings, I need number 8. Well, he's not going to wear 8 in Dallas, but yeah, I need Kirk Cousins, right? So obviously he was not sold on Dak Prescott the way that he operated in the offseason, not giving Dak that long-term deal for multiple years, multiple off seasons, putting the franchise tag on him at $31.409 million. So even before Dak had the very unfortunate ankle injury, even though Dak started out 2020 on fire, absolute heating it up, he was like, number 4. I don't know. So now the ankle certainly complicates things. I don't think Dak ever gets a long-term deal this offseason. And if the Cowboys tag Dak next year, the cost is going to be $37.69 million, because he gets that automatic 20% raise on a franchise tag. Meanwhile, if they traded for Jerome Cousins, they would only pay Kirk an average of $33 million per year, 2021, which would make him the 10th highest paid quarterback in the league, and then 35 when it fully guarantees on the third day of the new league year in 2022. And also, since they don't have to worry about the signing bonus, because the Vikings would still eat that remaining $20 million of prorated signing bonus cap hits, his cap hit in 2021 would only be $21 million, 35 in 2022. Extremely reasonable for the Cowboys. Honestly, I think both sides win in this. I mean, the Vikings get Kirk Cousins off the books. They don't have to straight up cut him, hence saving them $21 million in fully guaranteed base salary next season. And the Cowboys, I feel like Jerry just thinks that they're just like that close. So in this spot, I don't think the Cowboys would have to give up significant trade capital. I think, frankly, the Vikings can do this relatively neutral. That's a massive win. And I'm not on board with the Osweiler giving up more draft capital just to have a team take the salary, because this isn't that case either. I mean, this is not a salary dump. The Cowboys are still in the Kirk Cousins business. So since you can't officially just give away a player, swap 6th-round picks or something negligible like that. But the question is, why would Jerry want this? Why would Jerry want this smoke, right? Well, Kirk has played well against the Cowboys throughout his career. Obviously, he was a longtime participant in the NFC East when he was with Washington, as well as he beat the Cowboys in 2019 when he was with the Vikings. Now, Cowboys, we're obviously out of the 2018 Kirk Cousins free agent sweepstakes because they had Dak up and coming. But as of right now, this is the first opportunity that Jerry Jones could be like, yeah, that number 8 in Minnesota, we could fix him. We could do it, right? And as well, for the future of the Cowboys, that offensive line is back and healthy with Tyron Smith and Zach Martin and Lyle Collins. And also you have Zeke. Plus you go 3 deep at wide receiver with Amari and CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup. It's a nice spot. And like I said, Jerry has to think that his team is in win now mode. And maybe that is not with Dak. Either he never truly believed in Dak, represented by the fact that he never gave him a long-term deal, or him trying to come back from that ankle, maybe he's not quite ready to start the 2021 season. And Jerry probably doesn't trust this machine to a rookie, so he could think that Kirk is that missing piece, just like the way the stupid Vikings thought that Kirk was a missing piece in 2018. Because we have a 2017 NFC title game team. Case Keenum was the weak link. We'll just plug in Kirk. We're off. We go. There you go. But I think that Jerry, who's also getting up there in age, let's be honest, maybe he thinks that Kirk Cousins with Mike McCarthy actually could get it done. It's possible. And also Jerry added this cryptic message this week. We have that Mike McCarthy, our coach. We have resolve. We have the ability, if anybody does, to get good football players. We have the financial ability to get good football players. So maybe Jerry understands that not picking up a second franchise tag on Dak, unfortunate circumstances, that will save the team some money. And they can actually afford to take on the 2021 and 2022 salaries of Kirk Cousins. When if you take the signing bonus cap hit off, it's pretty reasonable. And plus, I think that Kirk Cousins could actually do well under Mike McCarthy. Now, this is not blowing smoke trying to sell a used car lemon, but McCarthy is a very on-schedule offense guy. Hey, 3 steps, little pinky down the seam of your trousers, hit this, hit this, hit this, hit this. Play within the scheme, even though it's ironic because the bulk of his success in Green Bay was when Aaron Rodgers was drawing up plays in the dirt with Jordy Nelson and Randall Cobb. It's like, hey, let's just run the option route there. Plus, like we said, with Zeke, you have a great running game, great offensive line in front of him, and Kirk Cousins has always been a guy where the offense needs to be on schedule. It has to be a rigid this. He's a little bit OCD in that respect, as well as he needs a good offensive line in front of him. He can't be pushed off the spot. Things can't go wonky. He can't freestyle. Like, he is a musician who needs his sheet music. Like, Kirk Cousins would be terrible at jazz. He just cannot freestyle as he goes. Plus, I mean, great weapons on the outside. Kirk still has one of the best deep balls in the game. And I think Jerry and the Cowboys could see it that way. But I don't see this as a trade deadline deal. I just don't see it. Plus, Kirk behind that bad offensive line, maybe not so much. But this offseason, before free agency, I think it could and should be on the table because the Vikings don't have to make a real decision until the third day of the new league year in March when, of course, his 2022 $35 million base salary becomes fully guaranteed. So they will have options. Plus, the Cowboys will give a better idea of how Dak's ankle is progressing. So maybe that option is on the table. But if they're not sold on Dak, which they clearly aren't, or if Dak isn't progressing as fast as he'd like to be, maybe the Cowboys be like, all right, we still have a Super Bowl window. We still have Mike McCarthy year 2. We still have that offensive line. We got receivers. We got Zeke. Let's go. Kirk Cousins, maybe he's less. Kirk could certainly help out his case if he's less garbage week 11 against the Cowboys, because never sleep on, hey, that guy played well against us scouting. I think that could come home to roost and keep hope alive that maybe the Vikings will be able to find a trade partner, even if they don't get anything significant in return. Just getting that contract off the books without having to cut him and eat his next year's salary would be a massive win for the Vikings. And then turn the page. Future franchise quarterback, draft him high, move on with life. Let's go. Be your thoughts. Trade Kirk Cousins to the Cowboys? Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull some in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.